H.G. Wells certainly echoed this idea. In an article from 2011 in The New Yorker, quote, "Wells may not have been an expert in any particular scientific field, but he believed wholeheartedly in the idea of science, especially when it came to the rational government of human beings. In book after book, novels and nonfiction alike, Wells hammered home the message that humanity could improve its lot only by entrusting power to a self-selected caste of enlightened technicians who would rule according to the dictates of science. At different times, he called this virtuous elite the New Republicans, the Samurai, and the Open Conspiracy. It can be thought of as an idealized version of the Fabian Society, the elite socialist group to which Wells briefly belonged. He first described this caste in Anticipations, the 1901 book he called the keystone to the main arch of my work. The dominant men of the new time, he writes, will all be artists in reality, with a passion for simplicity and directness, and an impatience of confusion and inefficiency, dedicated to creating the future world state to which all things are pointing," end quote. Incidentally, certain other groups will also be excluded from his elite caste, a quote conveniently left out of the article in The New Yorker. Quote, "Wells was also, like many progressives of his time, a believer in eugenics, and he could write with disconcerting eagerness about which categories of human beings would be put to death in his utopian state. The New Republic," he wrote in Anticipations, "would have no use for a multitude of contemptible and silly creatures, fear-driven and helpless and useless, unhappy or hatefully happy in the midst of squalid dishonor, feeble, ugly, inefficient, born of unrestrained lusts, and increasing and multiplying through sheer incontinence and stupidity. In the shining future," Wells wrote, "the elite would feel good about killing off such people because they will have an ideal that will make killing worth the while," end quote. Wells was a member of the League of Nations and also helped to draft a manifesto that became the basis for the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Goal-directed evolution figures prominently in many science fiction novels about the transmutation to Homo superior, including Olaf Stapledon's Star Maker in 1937 and Arthur C. Clarke's Childhood's End in 1953. In Childhood's End, Clarke depicts an invasion of cloven-hoofed demon overlords who assume control of the Earth while communicating solely with their chosen ambassador, the Secretary General of the United Nations.